You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead.
Hi, my name is Connor and I'm the CEO of our business, MusicTutorUK. Our business idea is set around the music tutoring industry. As in the UK alone, the music business is worth over £2.5 billion, a figure which is rising. Throughout history, the UK has been a huge influence on the music scene, with artists such as the Beatles, Stone Roses and Oasis, creating music which has brought together generations from all around the world. Our aim is to help produce the next generation of British musicians through private tutoring sessions. According to our research, 69% of young people play an instrument, however only 36% take lessons. We believe that this is a statistic in which we can take advantage of by creating a platform to make music tutoring cheaper and more accessible. We would do this by creating a website which acts like a social media for music tutors, where tutors can advertise themselves and customers can browse their options and decide which tutor they believe will be right for them. We believe this idea will be more successful than our competitors because it allows the customer to choose their ideal tutor. And I personally believe this is important because the tutors will be coming to the house of the customers, and if the customer has had a chance to watch videos of the tutor, they may feel more comfortable with letting them come into their own house and which will therefore allow us to attract people who want to learn an instrument, however don't feel confident in allowing strangers into their own house. Once the customer decides on who they would like to hire, they simply order and buy lessons online through whichever online payment system they would prefer. We will then keep 30% of this payment as a commission, and the remaining 70% will be paid to the tutor.
We sent out our survey to people via social media and got a total of 100 responses. We asked what price would you pay per hour for a music lesson, and after running a t-test and creating a histogram, we found that the ideal price bracket to charge would be between £19.93 and £23.07. This was a very positive result for us, as the average price per hour is £27. Therefore, the fact that we can charge less will mean more people will use us. We have created a pie chart to show which instruments are most popular and therefore which instruments to prioritise for advertisement purposes. Clearly, the most popular instrument is guitar, followed by the piano. Therefore, we based our advert around learning the guitar. Obviously, we'll focus on all instruments, but this gives us an ideal place to start. We also wanted to see whether people agreed that learning from an expert is easier than teaching yourself. And as you can see, 93% either agreed or strongly agreed with that statement. We can use this statistic for advertisement purposes, and we plan to use it on our static board advert on the Nottingham Forest football ground. This will help convince people who have tried to learn an instrument on their own but have failed. Furthermore, here is a pie chart which shows the proportion of respondents who considered the ability to play a musical instrument impressive. As shown, 89% of respondents agreed. This can also be used as a selling statistic on our static board advertisement, as well as any additional advertisements in the future.
Initially, we'll be located in Nottingham. However, for future expansions, I thought it would be a good idea to research other cities. Upon inspection of the graphs presented, it's clear to see that in terms of population, student population, number of schools and average income, Leicester and Nottingham have a similarity of roughly 94%, showing that out of the 8 cities researched, Leicester is the closest demographical match to Nottingham. Due to these findings, we decided that if we were wanting to replicate income from Nottingham, then Leicester would be the ideal location for our first expansion in Year 3. In order to show similarities more clearly, we removed Birmingham as it was clearly far larger in many ways than the other cities researched. It may be worth noting, however, that whilst we're starting in Nottingham, we may look to expand into larger cities such as Birmingham after our first expansion in Year 3 in order to not only match but improve on our profits, something that we will look into more when we're a more established, profitable business. Looking at the table of data we found in our research, we thought it would be interesting to see the relationship between average income and population. This is interesting since our initial target audience would be students. However, we believe that there could be a market for the general public. From the scatter plot, we can see that the more populated cities also tend to have a higher average income. We found this to be of some interest to our business, as we would like to target areas having a large amount of disposable income, as well as a lot of potential customers.
The startup costs are going to be very minimal, as we don't need to pay rent for teaching space, as tutors will be going to the students' houses, and instruments don't need to be paid for, as the tutors will bring the instruments themselves. Due to our business being very internet based, we would spend a good amount of money on the website, as this will be our main form of communication between us and the customers. We will then need around £5,000 to be able to cover the creation and development of the website, along with the costs of the first month. Our monthly costs consist of things such as rent, insurance and website maintenance, for which we managed to find very cheap rates for Nottingham, as well as our third year Leicester expansion. We will then also spend around £200 on advertising and marketing. Our main advertisement being a static board at the Nottingham Forest football ground. This allows our advertisement to be exposed to over 500,000 people over the span of a regular season, according to their website. We are going to be taking 30% commission from the hourly rate the tutors decided to charge within our bracket of £19.93 to £23.07. This will be our main source of income. As seen, even in the worst case scenario, the business will continue to make profit as the months go on, as according to the growth rate formula we calculated. Our revenue will grow at a rate of 0.16 per month. Looking at our month-by-month projections for the first year of the business taking off, we can see that using the growth rate we calculated, our income from tutoring steadily increases, resulting in an increasing net profit. Assuming our growth rate remains consistent through years 1 and 2, our plan is to expand into Leicester in year 3. This will see our monthly costs for rent, wages and advertising increase. Our biggest jump in net profit comes in year 3 after we expand our business to Leicester, where the net profit doubles.